He was humiliated when a customer had to help him to his feet during an inspection. Then Al promised himself that would never happen again. Hi, I'm Debra Stefan. I have a few stories to tell you about. Stories of people that have had success in gaining their physical fitness and losing weight while they live in with me and live as I do, learning methods that they can easily transfer when they get back home. So that's what I'm all about. I'm going to tell you some stories here now. So stay tuned. There will be a call to action at the end of each video. Meet Al from Boston, 380 pounds, age 49. When Al first realized that his size was a mobility concern, his authority as a water damage restoration expert required him to get down and back up to inspect for black mold. He was humiliated when a customer had to help him to his feet during an inspection. Then Al promised himself that would never happen again. When Al's wife questioned how the family business would manage with him gone to weight loss camp for 6 weeks, he asked her, "Seriously, what would you do if you lost me forever?" A reality check, for certain. Here's Al's story. Let him tell you.
If you're looking for an answer and you're morbidly obese and you can admit that to yourself, this is the kind of program you really need to look for. There are a lot of programs out there that involve 18 people, 26 people. They go out on the beach and there's a little bit of flash and all that stuff. But this is a supervised situation, 7 days a week, teaching you how to eat, fuel your body, and teaching you how to take your body and stretch it and bring it where you didn't even think it could go 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Talk to us.
As clients, we live with Debra in her spacious live-in fitness residence, and she only accommodates 2 to 3 people at a time. During my stay, I trained alongside a man who traveled from Amsterdam on a 3-month visa to be in the program. We worked hard and stayed focused, but we also had fun too. Debra has taught us a balance of nutrition and a progression for conditioning and weight training that has no end. Hi, my name is Al Olson, and I turned 49 years old in June this past year, and I did a lot of research before I came to this program because I couldn't get on carnival rides and rides at Disney with my daughter, limited motion all the time. I couldn't bend, I couldn't flex, getting cramps just trying to put my shoes on and get dressed. When I really started to feel like I couldn't even make the stairs to go to bed at night. And I started looking around at programs that were out there I went and started researching online and found, 4 or 5 different camps that looked like they would take live-in people. During my research, I had seen on Debra's site that she handled the morbidly obese in a one-on-one program more than group session type, which I had found from the other 3 choices that I had looked at. So I looked around and I went and did some research with the other companies and talked with Debra on the phone one night. And my entire life I've felt as though I never really got the attention that I needed during gym or any of these classes. I got shoved aside, and I felt as though if I went to a program other than a one-on-one, the same thing was going to happen. So I decided that I would probably make the choice to come here, and it was a big decision for me. I own a business, and I had talked to my wife about it one night, and she said, well, geez, how's this going to affect you being away for 90 days? And I said, well, here's a better question for you. How's it going to affect me never being here anymore? We might as well start, the way I'm feeling, we might as well start training now for me to not be here in 90 days, forever. So my choice was to come here and try to feel better after the 90 days to actually go back and take my business further than it's ever been before. But my wife was scared about the finances and, who's going to do what. And life without me totally would have to be something they would have to cope with if I wasn't there anymore. So once we got past that, I decided I was coming out and booked my way out. I felt like $1 million on day number 2. But, on day number 7, I'm doing things that I never thought I could do in my entire life without the help of somebody who trained my core already in 7 days to be able to do it. I've gone on bike rides since day 1. I've gone on a trail ride that I believe was 3 miles back, 3 miles out and 3 miles back up on top of Lake Mead. And I've surprised myself as to how far I've come in just 6 or 7 days. My purpose of coming here above and beyond all the other programs that are out there was not to lose any more muscle. I wanted to make sure I maintained my muscle at the same time I lost weight this time. Because in the past, I'd lose 30, 40, 60 pounds. And when I put the weight back on, because a lot of that was muscle, and I refused to involve myself in a program that was going to destroy more muscle on my body. For the sake of seeing a higher number on the loss on the scale, I'd rather lose 6 pounds than lose 9 because 3 was muscle. So I'm totally amazed at my first week's progress. I've lost 10.5 pounds the first week, and I've got a long way to go, but I feel, I'm doing things at 49 years old that I already couldn't do at 30. So if you're looking for an answer and you're out there and you're morbidly obese and you can admit that to yourself, if you're looking for an answer, this is the kind of program you really need to look for.
Well, you led the pack this morning. It was your first time out. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I don't think I can make that whole hill.
No rest at all. Feel pretty good about that? Were there times where you wanted to stop and rest?
100.
What'd you tell yourself?
5 anyway.
Okay. How'd you do it?
Well, Josh came through and said, just concentrate on the next, what's in front of you, not way ahead.
Short goals.
If you're looking and you're out there and you really need the personal attention, she handles only 2 or 3 guys at a time or 2 or 3 people at a time. So we get the full attention that we need when we're making a mistake, lifting the wrong way or doing something the wrong way. She's right there the whole time. I don't think that you could probably find another program around the country that would be this much attention 24/7. So you owe it to yourself. I don't care where you work. I don't care if you have your own business. If you're just a homemaker, you owe it to yourself to get into a program that your number 1 job for 90 days is taking care of you. I wish anybody the best of luck with anything that they try, but I really think that this isn't a trying program, it's a doing program. And, she's showing you how to do it instead of how to try.
I'm Debra Stefan. And I'm here to tell you that yes, this time it will be different. You can and will lose weight and keep it off by changing your lifestyle habits and living a fitness, wellness lifestyle. Even if you can't come to my residential retreat and let me show you how easily you can do this at your own home, I'm available on Zoom, and I am here to help. This is what I do. Thanks for watching.